One of the things that I became aware of in just in conversation or when I came across the topic, I was enlightened to the fact on a better understanding on when an individual overdoses. My traditional impact or impression of hearing about an overdose was that the person just took too much drugs and that was it. They were either not calculating the amount of quantity, or they just did it too much and overdosed on it. They weren't paying attention to what they were doing. That's the superficial um, idea that I had of it. One of the better understandings that I became aware of just recently was that as the drug user is taking the drug, they're seeking to obtain that particular high or the feeling of euphoria or painlessness, if it's heroin or something. And then that state is what they're trying to maintain in their drug usage. When they first try it, probably the state is readily available. First injection is the only one they need. They've gotten their high and they take it from there. With repeated use, the drug user will overdose themselves because they're so separate away from how much of the drug they've taken, which has affected their physiology, and then by dumbing down the pain centers and whatnot or triggering something else, and then that creates the euphoric high in their mind, or the hallucinations or whatever. That state in their mind has been achieved. But when they feel like they haven't reached that state yet, they then re-inject themselves thinking they need more of the drug. But at this point, the drug has been saturated to the point of where the body can't take anymore, or has already triggered all those systems for the high to take place. But the user has expected a continuous high in that state, so they re-inject themselves with more of the narcotic, which then at that point overwhelms the internal physiological systems in the body, and those cause those to shut down. The breathing, the heart stops, and that triggers the overdose. They were trying to seek the state of high that they wanted to achieve by pounding in more of the narcotic, and then that created the toxicity in the body, shutting down the organs. So that is an overdose situation based on administering too much of the drug into the body's physiology, causing the physiology to break down. And it's always driven for the psychological, mental state that they were trying to achieve.